What's up, peoples? Welcome to part two. Sorry about that. See, I had to stop the video, I was getting invaded real quick. But this is part two. Last time I was talking about Anfernee. Actually, I'm home now, so I actually look up the stats before I jump back on. So when he was in Portland, right? He had 13 points. They say he shot 4 of 11, 2 of 6 from 3, perfect from the line, 3 for 3 from the line. Had 3 boards, 1 assist, 2 steals in 19 minutes. So I wasn't sure how much minutes he played, and that's the final score of that game. It wasn't even that crazy. It was we lost by 6 points. And that's how I'm talking about the Portland game. It was 114 to 103. Portland win. So he didn't to me 13 points out of 11 shots, 4 for 11. Mm-hmm. I think if he had a more opportunity, like I said, that whole game, I didn't like the rhythm, bro. And I think JB had something to do with that. It was like one of those games. It was kind of and it's not the on purpose. I think he was just he was in that mode. It was, like I said, it was still kind of early, halfway through, he was trying to get the Larry Bird streak, the 9 game straight of 30 or more in one season. So he matched that, which is dope. And for a couple of games that you could tell if you watch the game, it kind of threw off his rhythm because he was pressing. But it said he's in the records books now, so he's tied with Larry Bird, and Pierce is right under his third place. That make more sense saying like that. And with that record, I don't know if I brought it up. I wanted to. I was trying to figure. I think I brought it up, so I'm not even gonna mention it. It was just basically I was saying. I think I had a whole conversation in my mind and was gonna bring it up, so I'm not sure. Yes, that's what happened. I was looking for some information because I was going to drop a podcast yesterday, and I don't know how this happened to other creators. You looking for information to so you could drop a pod, and then you just looking for more information, or what happened to me. I was trying to find some info and I couldn't find it, and I know I seen it on Sean Grandy. He's one of our commentators for the Celtics. He does the radio. So he had a stat of our road record, and it's, I want to say it was last season, 2024-25. We went perfect on the road. We were 6-0, and said that was the second best record since 1972. And this is all for me trying to find the information. But I was just trying to get it accurate before I jump on here and just start spilling madness. Well, with that said, I was asking Celtics fan, man, Celtics fan who maybe watch Larry Bird play. That means you old as heck like me, who watch Paul Pierce. And when I say old, this is numbers. If you take care of yourself, this is numbers, baby. But with that said, right, older Celtics fan, how did y'all want? And it's not no hating thing. Did y'all want Jalen to break Larry Bird record? So for me, right, I'm a Paul Pierce fan. That's why that the Celtics is my favorite team, because Paul Pierce. But when he tied, I think Paul Pierce was 7 straight. So when he was right there, 6, I was man, I don't know, man. I was to me, I was that's all Paul Pierce got left, man. These young bucks, Tatum and freaking Brown just come smashing record book. IT did it for a little bit. So I was of course, I want nothing but the best for Jalen. But just being a Celtics fan, I mean, just being a Paul Pierce fan, I was like, damn, man. I don't know how many more records Pierce got in the record book as a Celtics. So I'm like, there goes another one. He's still like right under. And I remember that happened one time too. It was with Tatum. I don't remember the record and the record where he was about to break. And it was fascinating because I don't know if it was when he was supposed to break it, he didn't break it. But so much things in my brain about that. I don't know if he came out the game or didn't go back into the game or something like that. Because Tatum had a streak. I don't know if it was the streak with Paul Pierce with the 30 in a row. But Tatum had an awesome streak going on. And for some reason, the way it got broken, it was like kind of, yeah, it's like, I could just be all making this up in my brain. Because this was like a couple seasons back. But I do watch all the Celtics games. So there's a whole bunch of Celtics information in my head. I try to, remember. And that's when I watch the games. I'm like, oh, yep. But saying that, how do y'all feel? Did y'all feel like it's not like no hate and like, man, bump that. It's just like, there goes another one. And that's how I felt. It's not like I didn't want him to break it. Because after I was like, man, go for that, man. Like, records are meant to be broken. And like, Pierce, Bird, all these guys been in record books for a minute. As long as you stand next to them, that's what I want them to. I want it to be like Bird, Pierce, the two J's, and whoever else, Peyton, White, whoever, you know what I mean? And like, White almost didn't do it. Side note, so White had a 72 streak of at least 1-3 in a game. And before that, he was like getting at least 2 for like the last 5 games until the Chicago game. And these are little things I keep in my head, especially when like Drew and Scal bring it up. They brought it up early, like maybe before halftime, and then it came back, and it was like 6 minutes. It was like that 6 minutes. That's when he was like winning. Like, all right, let me go get this. And then it was like maybe 3 minutes left. I was like, oh shit, he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get it. I'm like, god damn it, stop playing. And then he made it. Now he got 73 in a row with one 3 a game at least. White been doing the damn thing. This man out here just being a superhero, as he should, as he can. I don't know if other Celtics fans watched him before he became a Celtics, but that man been nice. That man been nice. The only thing like stopping him before, he was like, say he came from the Spurs. So, and I'm not sure if he went undrafted. How it went. But he was in the starting lineup, but I don't think Pop was playing him as a number 2. Could be wrong, but I don't think Pop was playing him as number 2. But D White was on my fan team before I even that's how I got to know him. I'm like, this dude's stats is crazy, bro. Then I watched him in obviously a couple games. I'm like, yo, this man, he reminds me of Marcus Smart, except he could shoot better. And then at the time, I was like, Marcus Smart played better defense, but he could shoot better than Marcus. But then Marcus get on the streak. But I'm like, he's the better shooter, but they both play defense crazy. And White been exceeded expectations for real. I didn't even know he could get better. This man is like amazing, bro. Amazing. But shout outs to you, D White. I know I don't talk about you a lot, but shout outs to you. So back to the game. I think I'm caught up now. That's all I want to say. Anfernee, 19 minutes, 13 points, 4 of 11 when he was in Portland, and that was the first game back. If y'all don't know, that's where he played, I think, 7 years. That's where he started his career. So you always want to go back, or I always want when the guys go back to wherever situation they do good. So Aside that thing, we're caught up. Now I can finish talk about the game, the Chicago game. The Chicago game. What caught my attention? Besides, we were super tired, and like I said, tired, and then it's always that last game on the road or for a long road trip, and then the first game back. So we took care of both of them, bro. I'm very proud of the team. It was sluggish, but Chicago helped us out because a lot of their starters was out. We went up like 21, and I think it was 21 at halftime lead. Then they kind of like crept back in a little bit, but the stat what Scal brought up was like, yeah, and we did it in the Clippers also. We had, I think, 17 offensive boards at halftime. Before that, we had another like strong outing of dealing with grabbing the offensive boards. So I'm very proud of the squad. So 2 games, we grabbed more offensive boards than the opposite team, and like by a lot, not by the usual. Either side be like maybe 3-4, and then 4-5. That's a big difference in the game. Because people gonna, unless if they drive 4-5 and you grab like 6-7, then of course it's gonna go your way. But I said proud of them. Back-to-back games that we dominated on the offensive glass. Coach brought it up, and that stuck to me too. That's why because we wasn't really shooting well. The game was kind of mucky-ish. But like I said, they had a lot of starters out. We just kept, kept like chipping away. But Ant saved us. And look at that. We was up 21, and Ant didn't even score nothing until the second quarter. It's the second quarter when the Bulls made that little run. We needed all those 27 points. So Ant, man, was making some crazy shots. So crazy. The fadeaway. I guess on the right side, I'm looking at on the right side when he was like, I think the clock was going out, the clock was going down, and he like shot it, like I think he was fading out of bounds or something like that. Yeah, he balled out basically. Like I said, he had 27 in one half, did the damn thing with no points in the first half. Did the damn thing. He had 8 threes. I mean, he been in. That's why he has the nickname Anfernee. He was definite off, and he started off slow, cause he maybe took like a couple shots. I think maybe 3 shots, the most, give or take. But he basically missed all of them. Of course, obviously if he had no points, but he didn't take. Yeah, I want to say he took like 3 shots. Probably hit maybe the front rim, blah blah blah. But came out second half, focused, and did the damn thing. So proud of the Celtics, man. The score was 115 to 104, so it beat him by like 14 points. And of late, I don't know how much it is now, but we've been beating teams by double digits. Kudos to y'all. Kudos to y'all. Peyton had another game. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about, because it just popped in my head because I looked down. Peyton had a great game. He had 21. Getting to the paint. Peyton finally, I know he talked about it, felt good, bro. He finally got a halftime or just any quarter. He finally got a 3-point buzzer beater at halftime, bro. Finally. That's how I'm like, oh, Peyton hitting that, even though before we went up 21. I'm like, oh, Peyton, when's the last time that man, and he said it too. You can't tell him last he hit a freaking in the shot clock in the half. So it was good to see. It was great to see, man. Like I said, Peyton did the damn thing. The last 2 games, and shout outs to Hauser. He had like the greatest offensive night, but he still played the defense. Second start. But when I mentioned Hauser, he started for Jordan Walsh, and Jordan came off the bench in the against the Clippers and had 13. Him and Nina Keita. I'm trying to like trying to get his first name right, bro. So Keita, right? He had a double, 13 and 13. And that's the same thing Jordan had. I think Jordan had played maybe, I'm not even sure, so I'm not gonna make up the number, but he had 13 points and 13 boards. So he came off the bench, still had a double. He still focused. Keita, I don't know. A lot of people saying that we can't win. There's like we need another center, but we're playing totally different. It's not like we asked him to shoot threes and he's missing them. I think he shot maybe 2 threes this whole year. And that's like, I think one of them was like, I'm open, let me shoot that bitch. And then I think one was like, the clock was going down and he couldn't like pass or something like that. But he's an inside big man. So, of course, I think he could start. What y'all think? He's not a 3 shooting big man. And neither is Amari Williams. Amari Williams been balling, bro. Side note again, Amari Williams been balling in the G League. He had first he had a career high of 30. We won that game. Then he came back and had 33. We won that game. So 30, and then he came back and dropped. And those was both doubles. So 30 points one night, come back, get 33. And those points we needed, bro. No, matter of fact, the first time he had the 30, we lost. We lost by like the last shot. We couldn't get the last 2 shots to fall. It was all, I thought it was going to be like the same thing again, because we went up big. I want to say it was the Go-Go's that we played, but I can't remember. I'm talking about the main Celtics. We went up big, and then they started chipping away. But Amari closed the game for us. Let's say he's playing big time, bro. Big time. He's like on the glass. He's blocking shots. He's bringing up the ball. They're calling him well, they're not Baby Magic, but like they're saying he plays like Magic, and that's what they call him. If you watch him and see what would you say. But he does have that caliber. I don't want to say bird-ish, but I see why they're making the comparisons. But he literally, like, he brings the ball up. Always looking to pass the ball. As soon as he gets the ball, he's looking around to pass. Even when he's dribbling, he's like looking around to pass the ball. So he's a very point center-ish type of player. Doing the damn thing. So shout outs to Amari Williams, sorry. Doing the damn thing. I said Keita is not a 3-point center. He's crashing the glass, keeping other opponents off the paint, doing his job. I want to say maybe that was his 5th double of the season. I'm not sure if I remember. I'll double check then. Next time I drop some more info. Said this is part 2. Said Jalen had 14 points. And I almost shot the same thing. Last game when he went for 50, he shot the ball 26 times. And against Chicago, he shot at 24. It was almost identical to get 50 and shoot it. But I think that one, it was 19 for 26 when he dropped the 50. And Monday night, it was 6 for 24. I had 14 points. I said, they stayed in LA, so who could tell what kind of shenanigans they got into? Why he had weak legs. I said, it was a great night. We played Chicago. Chicago started off the year great out the gates. I mean, So they've been dealing with like a lot of injuries lately. But I could see Chicago, when they get the guys back, I could see them making like the play in. I'm not gonna cast them aside. I could see them because they got some pieces. There's their center killed us. Nikolai Novoch, I always call him Lavochi. Making up, like I said, I be making up. Now I know why I be making up all these nicknames for these dudes. I can't pronounce these foreign players' names, but he had a great game, and he did most of that work in the second half. He had 15 and 15. And I was talking about Nicola, their center. 15 and 15, 7 assists, so almost had a triple-double. And most of that work was in the second half. So he balled out. Their main scorer, I can't pronounce his name. He had 26. I said the Celtics, they played great. If the Bulls had more starters in there, and that's just the luck that we just happen to be having. But you still got to play the right way. You still can't like, oh, their starters is out. Because look what happened to Denver. They played the 76ers with all their starters out, and they beat Philly. We're playing them tonight, so I'm not sure who's coming back tonight. Of course, you know their center is down. You know, Joker's down. He been down for like maybe this is the second week. Said that I think they said after a month they're gonna reevaluate. They're gonna look at it, and then you take it from there. But I don't know if Murray didn't play last game, so I don't know if he's gonna play. I thought he was gonna play last game, but so most likely he'll play tonight. But a lot of their centers is still out. Their team is pretty this is pretty banged up right now. But don't sleep. Those are the trap games. When the starters are out, everybody else want to shine. So we gotta come in very focused and do the damn thing, which I'm assuming we will. But other than that, like, share, drop a comment, tell a friend. And I don't think I talked about it. So let me just address it real quick. If you watch not the last video, maybe last video comparing to the Celtics, I had like I had my first rant of 2026. It's just out of frustration, but the frustration is not really, it's not even with the peoples who watch or don't watch or whatever. It's more like the company, because I'm looking at it, I'm just like, it's really frustrating because I'm looking at it like I have over 6,000 watch hours. So how come I only have like 21 subs? That's crazy. And then like I said, it be doing all kinds of weird things with these numbers. Because say, even with the videos I put out, it's saying I think all 3 of them got either close or over 20 views. And then I look at it today, someone's saying 7. So it's throwing me off, bro. It's like it's frustrating me. But that's why I was really frustrated. Not for the people, because people can do what they want to do. But it's more like how I have, and I said I have another channel. I don't even be on it, and I don't even ask the channel of them. I literally don't really say nothing on. I think I said I drop a couple of workout videos. I don't say nothing. I don't ask. This is the only channel. Say like, share, subscribe. You know, drop a comment. Just build something. That one has like 78 subs. I haven't been on the channel for like 5-6 years. Literally. I got videos on it. Some clips over 1 million watch hours on one video. And this video I'm putting in time. Not like I'm still slacking. And I'm like, bro, you won't be dropping videos every day. Yeah. Part of it is that. And then part of it is like, I come first, you know, I come. I'm like, all right, let me see what the numbers look like before I start working on things that I'm going through. I'm like, hold up, it's not adding up. It was not even like this. Yesterday was better. So you know, then the frustration start. That's why it ain't y'all. Like I appreciate whoever watching. Like I said, taking your time out to watch my video. Appreciate that. But you can still tell a friend, you know. And you don't have to be a Celtics fan. You could be a fan of another team. You could say some crazy shit that don't make sense, like the Celtics suck or some weird shit. Some weird. We're in second place with that win. We're second place in the conference. Second place. I'm not gonna act like, oh, of course. I knew it was gonna be good. I looked at the record the last 2 seasons, and like I double check and see if I was wrong. But the last 2 seasons, I think we had like 60 60 plus win seasons. So I'm thinking if we fell off, we could still win 50 something games. But I'm gonna put out a number. I say between 46 and 48. And that's the low side. But that's the number of wins I'm gonna put. And I'll say, because I like even numbers, but it's probably ain't gonna be even numbers. So I say 47 wins. Man, man, I'm saying 50 wins. Because I didn't put a mark on the 50, maybe 54. But I'm gonna say 50 wins. So whenever bookmark minute 26, call me out. I see I stamped it for you. Celtics 50 wins. Like I said before, I even whatever. I didn't even like 50 what, but I'm like Tatum's out, so you know take away 15 wins or whatever from that, from 15 from whatever. Still got 50 wins. So whatever that is, 50 wins. Other than that, thanks for listening to me. Appreciate y'all. Be safe out here. Till next time, deuces. Celtics be balling. You know this.